What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode number 10 in our Futureverse series. This is a big one. The purpose of this episode is to be an all-in-one guide to the Futureverse ecosystem. The Futureverse ecosystem is vast and it is complex. It can be very overwhelming if you are just starting out. I'm making it all simple in this episode. I'm going to be talking about the root token, the root network, the third kingdom, prisms, what NFTs are part of the Futureverse ecosystem. How do you set up a FuturePass? What are brains? What is ASM? All of it. You name it, it's in this episode. If you are a beginner, I recommend watching it from front to back. When you walk away, you will have a complete understanding of the Futureverse ecosystem. If you are a novice or an expert, then likely this episode also has something for you. I have timestamps all throughout this episode, so use those if you would like to jump around. Before I begin, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and click that notification bell. We will be bringing you much more content just like this in the future. Also, if you are looking for a Discord community, join us on our Discord. We talk about all things Futureverse all the time. We have a guild. We have so much happening. We will answer any question you got. We're always there and always around to help. All right, all of that being said, let's begin. All right, to start things off here, we are going to take a look at the Futureverse website. I'm just going to give you a basic overview before diving deep into the Futureverse ecosystem. There's a lot to cover here. I just want to start it off with a basic overview for all of you. There are timestamps all throughout this episode, so if there are specific areas that you want to learn about, go ahead and use those timestamps to jump around. But here is the Futureverse website. Futureverse is a revolutionary AI and metaverse technologies that enable open, scalable, and interoperable apps, games, and experiences. So that's a lot to unpack there. We are going to be unpacking it as we move along through this episode. Platform. Futureverse's comprehensive technology platform empowers developers to create the worlds they imagine. Here we have the pass. This is the FuturePass. The FuturePass is an extremely important part of Futureverse. This pass is the gateway to the Futureverse ecosystem. I'm going to be explaining how to get a pass set up here shortly and what the FuturePass is all about. So scrolling down here, we have Dot. Dot is a tool for developers. It is absolutely amazing. I've seen it used. It is really, really cool. Dot asset pipeline, digital object transformer, infinite characters generated instantly. Our 3D character prop configuration and generation tool allows developers to create dynamic asset pipelines quickly and easily. So if you are a developer and you are interested in getting involved with Futureverse, this is an amazing tool. They also have their AI gaming platform. We are going to be taking a deeper look into that here shortly. A few things in development here. Futureverse is always developing. I have seen Futureverse develop non-stop since I got involved with them. This is a brain right here. I'm going to explain brains and how they work. Futureverse's decentralized ASM AI protocol allows anyone to own, train, and trade unique artificial intelligence via digital brains. So we're going to take a look at that here shortly. We're going to be diving directly into ASM in this episode. ASM stands for Altered State Machine. Futureverse AI in market. There's a bunch of AI already in market. The root network. This is a very, very important part of Futureverse. Futureverse developed their own layer 1 the Root network. They have the Root token, which is live and has been live for some time now. You can earn Root rewards. I'm going to explain how to do that here very soon. Futureverse leads the development of the Root network, a modular development toolkit prioritizing scalable, secure, and interconnected metaverse experiences. So they are doing all of this on the Root network. Really, really exciting. But this is your basic overview of Futureverse. There's a whole bunch of links that you can click on right here if you want to dive into their white paper. We're going to be taking a look at the ecosystem here more, but there's a whole bunch. They have their manifesto that you can look over here. Really, really awesome. All right, moving along. Next, we have the Root network. More than just a blockchain, the Root network enables seamless user experience and asset interoperability across the open metaverse. They have their protocols that you can look over right here on the Root network website, their core protocols, UX protocols, and their metaverse protocols. These each have different sections and subjects that you can look over. Just click on what you're interested in learning more about. On-chain assets. They have integrated EVM. So a lot to look over here right on the Root network website. The Root network is a modular development toolkit prioritizing scalable, secure, and interconnected experiences. They have their Root Block Explorer. This is live. They have their Root Network Bridge. We have an episode all about bridging. So be sure to check that out if you want to learn how to bridge over to the Root network. They have the Root Network Token Exchange. They have a DEX that is fully live, fully functional, where you could swap tokens on the Root network and get involved in liquidity pools. Root Staking is also live, where you can earn rewards, where anything can be connected to anything. This is a big, big statement, and I have no doubt that Futureverse will deliver. They continue to develop, they continue to grow and expand. So let's take a deeper look at Root here. Root is the life force of the Root network. More than just a blockchain, the Root network is decentralized, community-owned, and designed to power and connect digital experiences within Futureverse and beyond. The Root token unites diverse communities, nurturing boundless creativity by exchanging and cultivating imaginative potential. Revolutionary multi-token economy. The Root network utilizes a dual token system, Root for security and governance, and XRP for gas fees, ensuring optimal network efficiency and security. So XRP is used for gas. There are a few other tokens that are used for gas, but XRP is a big, big part of the Futureverse ecosystem and the Root network. Root network is a proof of stake protocol, decentralized exchange, and state oracle. So there's a lot that is live and a lot that is happening on the Root network. Root fuels creators and communities, enabling a thriving digital economy with abundant opportunities. Community owned and distributed. 40% of Root total supply, 12 billion tokens, will be distributed to the community through land mechanics and the interactive Future Score program. Future Score rewards loyal and engaged community members, offering Root-based rewards for participating in quests. So I'm going to explain Future Score and the quest system here shortly, but 40% of the total supply of root is going to the community for participating in the ecosystem. That's huge. That is big. Powering the future, from network security staking to engaging the Root marketplace and immersive experiences powered by Futureverse, Root empowers innovation. As the Root network and Futureverse evolve, Root's utility and potential for unlocking new experiences will expand. This is only the beginning. So big things coming for Root. If we look here, you can get involved with staking right here on the Root Network website. Just click on Start Staking. We have an episode all about staking, so be sure to check that out if you want to learn how to stake. 10% of the total Root supply for the first 260 weeks will be given as bootstrap rewards to stakers. You can take a deep look at the tokenomics in this document right here. This is a big document. There's a whole bunch to look over. We have an episode explaining how all of this works. Link is above, so be sure to click on that if you want to learn all about how the vortex works and tokens are distributed. There are 4 tokens currently within the Futureverse ecosystem: Root, XRP, Asto, and Silo. These are used for various things within the ecosystem. Again, check out our episode. It explains all of this in deep detail. Okay, now we are going to take a look at the FuturePass. One place to access the FuturePass is right here on the Futureverse website. Just click on FuturePass login right here. Another great resource and place to access everything Futureverse is their official Discord. I highly recommend joining the official Futureverse Discord. This is where you can get access to anything Futureverse. They have links to everything you need right here on their Discord. It's also a great resource if you have questions or need support. This is the place to go. The community is extremely supportive and helpful. They are there and they are active. You can see right here that you can also access the FuturePass just by clicking this link. It's gonna take you here. So you will need to connect your wallet to FuturePass. So you need a wallet. You can select Coinbase here, MetaMask, or Wallet Connect. So you're gonna need one of those in order to connect to FuturePass. Once you have done that, it will connect you to FuturePass and boom, you are in. So this is my FuturePass account. So there's a lot of stuff to look at right here, but this is where you're going to see all of your collectibles, all of your tokens. This is how you navigate through the Futureverse ecosystem. You can explore different games and different upcoming things. Third Kingdom is something that has been really big lately. They just had their Prism sale. Land was dropped. They have games here that you can launch directly from your FuturePass account. You can take a look at collections, which we're going to take a look at in depth here shortly. You can access Dexter directly from your FuturePass or Moai Finance. The marketplace is right here. All of this is in your FuturePass. So first thing we're going to look at is the future score. So your future score is extremely important. This is my current future score. So you have a combined collectible score based on eligible collections. In order to start accumulating points for your future score, you are going to need to hold a Futureverse NFT. So the more Futureverse NFTs you are holding, the more your future score will go up. There are also eligible collections that Futureverse is partnered with that will help you boost your score. But first and foremost, you are going to need a Futureverse NFT to start things out. You definitely need that. And there is also an engagement score. So this is how engaged you are in quests and games and everything else happening within the ecosystem. So quests, you can also view right here. Quests are a very, very important part of the Futureverse ecosystem. This is one of the ways that you will earn yourself rewards. Their current quest is Quest 9, the Discovery. This is all about the Prism vouchers and the Prism sale. I have completed everything required for this quest. I just need to wait till it ends, and then they start distributing rewards. Quest 8 has been completed. Quest 7 happened. I completed Quest 6 with a different wallet, which I have combined with my future score. You can combine different wallets, so keep that in mind. If you come back to overview here, you can click on the manage future score, and you can combine another future score with your primary wallet. So I have another wallet that I'm holding a few NFTs in and some tokens. I have combined that with my primary wallet so that I have my future score all in one place. Next tab we're going to look at here is stuff. By clicking on stuff, you're going to be able to view all the collectibles you are holding. So these are my collectibles. You're going to be able to look at any Futureverse collectible that you own right here in your FuturePass account. You can also view tokens. So these are my tokens, so I can see what tokens I have in what wallets. Then you can also view your activity. But stuff is where you're going to see all your collectibles, all your tokens, and all your activity. You can also check your account. This is also where you can link an address to your FuturePass account. But this is the basics of the FuturePass. Very, very important part of the Futureverse ecosystem. You cannot navigate through Futureverse until you get yourself a FuturePass account set up. All right, we are now going to begin looking at collections. Futureverse has many collections. I'm going to be giving you a basic overview of all of these collections. I'm not going to give you a deep dive into any of them. This is just going to be a basic overview about what the collections are and how they can contribute to your future score. All right, so scrolling down here, we are going to first and foremost see the fluffs. If you are not familiar with fluffs, fluffs are the Genesis collection. The first collection dropped by Futureverse. They are the OGs. They are the big time in the Futureverse ecosystem. If you want to learn more about fluffs, we have an episode all about them. Just click on the link above. We have the party bears as well. These are also very, very important parts of the Futureverse ecosystem. They are the music side of Futureverse. We also have an episode all about party bears. Then we have the thingies. The thingies are AI artists that can create their own NFTs. ASM is integrated into the NFTs that can in turn create art. So really, really cool, really innovative. Futureverse was doing this way, way before anybody else was doing any of this stuff. Thingies have been around for quite a while. Seekers are also a very important part of the Futureverse ecosystem. They are the communication bots. They bring decentralized comms to the open metaverse. So on the Fluff World website, they have what's called the Underground. The Underground is right here in the top right corner. we're going to jump into the underground. So this is the underground. This is a great resource for reviewing collections. You can see many of them right here directly in the underground. You can also connect your wallet and look at your own assets, though the FuturePass is a better tool for this now, but I still like to use the underground to review collections. You can see many of the collections I mentioned earlier, as well as some new ones. The burrows, for example, these are 3D virtual metaspaces. These will be used on land within the Third Kingdom. These are assets that will also contribute to your future score. Eggs will contribute as well as ray guns and buzzies. So there are many different collections that you can review right here. And if you want a fluff, for example, you can click on the fluffs. It's going to take you right here. It's going to bring up fluffs. You can take a deeper look by clicking on any fluff. And then you can also jump directly to OpenSea right here within the underground. The underground does not list all of the eligible collections that will earn you future points and get you started within the Futureverse ecosystem. The place that I like to go to view all of the Futureverse collections is OpenSea, and we will leave a link to this in the description below. Here you can view many of the partner collections as well as the Futureverse collections that are eligible to earn you future score points. So you can see that there are many more right here. Though this still is not every single one, there are even more than what you are seeing right here. There are many collections, but we're just going to take a look at the key collections here and talk about what kind of points these are going to earn you. So say you want to buy yourself a fluff, say you want the OG NFT from Futureverse. Here are the fluffs. So if we click on this fluff, we can see that this particular fluff is going for about half an ETH. At the current price, $1,461. This is actually the most reasonable I have seen a fluff in a very long time. So this is what it's going to cost to get you a fluff. But say you are on a budget and you cannot afford to get yourself a fluff, that is okay. There are many other options that are much more reasonable. One of those options would be a seeker. Seeker is going to earn you FuturePass points. You can get started within the ecosystem. You can begin quests. A seeker is much more reasonable than a fluff. You're looking at 0.0239 ETH, just over $71. So these will earn you points for your future score. If we look at this infographic created by the community, we can see a rough overview of what kind of points you are going to get for what assets. This infographic is based on community reported values. It is not an official Futureverse infographic, so keep that in mind. This is speculation. This is based on community reported values. You can see here that the seekers I just showed will earn you 3 to 12 points. So if you buy yourself a seeker, depending on its rarity, you will get roughly within this range. And this is purely speculative, but this will affect your future score and you will get points. You can see fluffs here, much more valuable. 31 to 230, again, depending on rarity. Party bears are way up there, as well as burrows. So burrows and party bears are the second highest point value under fluff. You do also have the POTUS here. They also will earn you big points, and you can find POTUS right here on OpenSea. These also are quite spendy, very valuable NFTs. As you can see, there are many collections and there are some very reasonable ways to get involved within the Futureverse ecosystem. All right, we are now going to take a look at ASM. ASM is a fundamental part of the Futureverse ecosystem. Very, very important to have at least a basic understanding of what ASM is and how it works. So let's go ahead and begin. Unique Ownable Intelligence. Altered State Machines, ASM, decentralized protocol allows anyone to own, train, and trade unique artificial intelligence via digital ASM brains. ASM brains can be used within avatars, games, worlds, and other metaverse applications, powered by AI, owned by you, and traded as an NFT. So ASM and ASM brains are the AI element of the Futureverse ecosystem. I'm going to explain brains more as we move along here. They have Patty that you can look at. You can try Patty. It's an arcade style demo driven by ASM's AI protocol. Train an AI agent to battle your opponent. So this is on testnet. You can try this now. Just click on Play Patty and it's going to take you here. You can learn more about it and how Patty works, but it is basically a tool for developers and community members to use to train an AI agent. So very, very cool that they have this up and running. That is live. But moving along here, we can see that there are some games. They have AI League. AI League is live. It's been live for quite a while now. I'd say going on about a year, maybe a little longer. This is a mobile app. You can download it on Google Play or the App Store, and you can play it today. I've been playing it for quite some time. It works really, really well. There are a few other games that are also live. The Next Legends is live, and Racers. These are available on Windows and Mac. You can download them. You can play them today. ASM empowering a global community to shape the future of AI through non-fungible intelligence. ASM brains are unique artificial intelligence owned via NFTs, each with a unique DNA known as the genome matrix with inherent strengths and weaknesses. With training, these AI brains are capable of learning, evolving, and improving their skills, interoperable across avatars, forms, games, and worlds. The possibilities are near limitless. So this is big, big, big right here. The brains are so, so important. We are going to continue on here. So create trainable AI-powered avatars, own and trade them using NFTs. So the basics of it are you have a brain, you have an NFT. These work in tandem. You use the brain to train your NFT in whatever game you are playing, whether it's AFA All-Stars or Muhammad Ali Next Legends, where you're training a boxer, whatever game it may be, you will basically take your brain and put it into the avatar and train your avatar. Give your avatar a brain and train novel new agents. You own the smarts and the benefits. In the ASM ecosystem, an AI-enabled avatar is called an agent. Agents consist of two parts, a brain and an avatar. These two parts are interchangeable, opening a world of possible combinations and applications. So we can look over each part here. All three of these elements are very, very important. So brains, the core of the agent. The brain is created with a randomized set of base values known as a genome matrix. Your agent's DNA, This gives each agent a unique set of strengths and weaknesses. For example, the genome matrix assigns traits like strength, speed, size, and risk tolerance in a unique combination to each brain. So each brain is completely unique. They have their own strengths and weaknesses. You may pick a particular brain for a particular task with that NFT. Another one might not be what you want. So you use a specific brain and its matrix with an avatar and train it in a manner that you are wanting. Avatar is the visual representation of your character, what it looks like, and how it works. Avatars are what enable a brain to operate in its world. They give it physical form and qualities. Bring your existing NFT art or model from another part of the metaverse or create entirely new avatars for your agent. So that's a lot right there. Basically, your brains give your NFT life. They create a unique personality to that NFT. So very innovative, very, very unique. Futureverse is crushing it always, all the time. So memories, using embedded machine learning, each agent is able to learn and develop its skills, both as a result of experience and achieved through specific training in an artificial intelligence gym. Memories are stored in the brain's memory tree, which is an immutable record of the memories created and owned by that specific brain. So the memory tree is basically how you train that brain, and it is a record of that brain's experience, just like in the real world. When you are learning a skill set, a new job, or how to play a sport or play an instrument, you are storing that information in your brain. These work just like that. You are teaching your NFT, your avatar, new skills via the brain. They work with each other, in tandem with each other. Super innovative, really, really cool. So there are two types of brains. There are the Genesis brains and then the Gen 2 brains. These Genesis brains, they dropped a long time ago. There are only 10,000 of these, and they will have special mechanics such as splicing, which is breeding. And this allows owners to create brains with the genetic memories of parents. So you'll basically be able to copy the genetic memories of that parents and create new brains. So that is just one of the benefits of a Genesis brain. And then you also have the Gen 2 brains. The Gen 2 brains have all the capabilities of their Genesis counterparts, but cannot splice. Gen 2 mining was something that was live for quite some time. You could mine Gen 2 brains on the Cortex. I'm going to show you the Cortex here in just a moment. Real quick, we're going to jump on OpenSea and take a look at what the cost is for a Gen 1 brain. A Gen 1 brain right now at floor is 0.1132 ETH. That's about $360. So if you are wanting to get one of these Gen 1 brains, that is what the floor is at the current moment. The Gen 2 brains are dramatically less. There are way more of these. You can grab one of these for much lower cost, 0.0053 ETH for this specific Gen 2 brain right here. So you can grab one of these for far less, but you can see many, many brains here that you can grab. There are over 60,000 of these, so significantly less. So one last thing we're going to look at before closing out this section is the Cortex. The Cortex is your central portal for altered state machine utility. Use the Linares machine to generate Asto energy, then harness it to explore the map of Illyria and mine unique Gen 2 brains, unlocking your very own non-fungible intelligence. So this is a Cortex. There's a lot that you can do on here. Lunaris machine is a very, very important part of the Cortex. This is where you're going to stake Asto so you can earn Asto energy. You need Asto energy in order to mine Gen 2 brains. Gen 2 brain mining is currently on hold until everything migrates over to the root network. So keep that in mind. You cannot mine Gen 2 brains at the moment, but it will be live again at some point. That doesn't mean you cannot stake Asto and start earning Asto energy. You need Asto energy in order to mine Gen 2 brains. So I currently have 902 Asto staked, and I am earning 902 Asto energy per day. But you have options right here that are going to allow you to stake. So I can add more tokens if I want. I do have more available. I may stake some more of that. And then if you want to remove it, you will do that right here. If you want to actually genome mine, you're going to click on genome mining and it's going to take you here. But again, genome mining is not active at the moment. All right, so lastly, we are going to be taking a look at the Third Kingdom. The Third Kingdom is a big deal, everybody. We've been waiting for information on the Third Kingdom. We finally have a lot of new developments. There was just a Prism sale. Land was dropped to eligible holders. So big things happening with Third Kingdom. I'm going to break it down for you. Let's go ahead and begin. The Third Kingdom is an upcoming strategy simulation game powered by Futureverse in partnership with Walker World. So Walker World is partnered with Futureverse in the Third Kingdom. That's some big news. If you're not familiar with Walker World, check them out. There's a lot happening with Walker World. Embark on an unfolding journey across Surrealscapes, your own slice of the Third Kingdom, equipped with harvesting devices called prisms. You'll develop your domain, manage and refine resources like mycelium, discover new islands, and forge your production empire as dark forces loom on the periphery, threatening the fabric of this once flourishing realm. The fate of its inhabitants rests in your hands. So let's see what that's all about as we proceed through here. Surrealscapes and prisms are where your harvesting journey begins. Prisms are in-game collectibles that you can install on Surrealscapes to unearth resources like mycelium. Premium prisms are available exclusively in our Prism Fair Value sale. The Prism sale already happened, so if you are interested in getting prisms, you can get them on the secondary market. You want to go to Mark. Mark is the place to go to find both Surrealscapes and prisms. But the premium prism sale is over. That will never happen again. All right, so we have the Surrealscapes right here. Surrealscapes are a collection of resource-rich biomes able to be farmed by prisms. Surrealscapes will be gifted exclusively to holders of eligible collections. This also has already happened. The snapshot was a few months ago, and we were dropped Surrealscapes. Surrealscapes are land within the Third Kingdom. So land has already been dropped. Again, you can get land on the secondary marketplace. This is Mark, the marketplace. Plenty of Surrealscapes to get your hands on. The floor for these is 220 XRP. That's about $120 roughly at the current time of recording this. So if you do want land, you can go ahead and grab that. You can also grab prisms right here in the marketplace. So all of this is available. Even though you may have missed the drop and the sale, doesn't mean you cannot get involved today. But if we continue on, Discover rewards. Surrealscapes and Prisms have the power to unearth abundant rewards with up to 312,500,000 root awaiting your discovery in Season 1 alone. Install Prisms on Surrealscapes and Community Land to uncover vital in-game resources like mycelium used to redeem root and other rewards. So your prisms will be put on land and that will start to mine resources. There's a huge amount of root available in Season 1. Season 1 has not yet begun. So keep that in mind here. If you're watching this, maybe you're watching it right when I'm dropping this, and maybe you're watching it in the future. There's gonna be multiple seasons, but Season 1 is not yet live. Super excited about that. Huge rewards. Down here are many partner projects as well as Futureverse's projects that will be involved with the Third Kingdom. You can see Walker World right here on top. Cool Cats, Doodles, Pudgy Penguins, and Deadfellas also all got dropped Surrealscape land. This is big stuff right here because these projects are huge. These are some of the biggest projects on Ethereum that's onboarding many people. Brought to you by Futureverse, as you can see here, and Walker World. So really cool, everybody. There's more info if you want to navigate through this website. I'm not going to go deep into everything on here, but you can look further into Surrealscapes and biomes and how to maximize your rewards. They also just released this vision paper about the Third Kingdom. This is a big read. I'm not going to go over all this, but the link to this will be in the description below. There's also some really good info on X, so I definitely recommend following Fluff World and Futureverse on X. You're going to get a lot of information up to date. This was just a few days ago, so this just dropped. Discord and X are definitely the places to find the most recent information about Futureverse. Well, there it is, everyone. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We appreciate you. I hope this answered any questions you may have and filled in all the gaps. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and click that notification bell. We appreciate you. Also, join us on our Discord. We're always there to help. All right. Hope all of you have a wonderful day. Bye for now. Drop music.